Madeline has to go, right? She waited for Tristan for 10 years. What guy could resist that kind of devotion? Seriously. She's been married, but come on, we all know who owns her heart. The ultimate tragic romance. I could feed off this drama forever. It's too good. I stared at the messages cascading down the screen. My fingers tightened unconsciously around the edges of my phone, but my eyes drifted back to Madeline. She slept so peacefully. Her breathing was a steady, quiet rhythm, her elegant profile softened by the warm glow of the nightlight. 15 years. It had been 15 long years since my senior year of high school, the year I woke up and realized I was just an extra in this narrative, a guy whose name people barely remembered. When I got to college, the first thing I did was gravitate toward Tristan Crawford. He was the protagonist. The sun around which everyone else orbited. Relying on my uncanny intuition for how his story was supposed to go, I showed up exactly when he needed a wingman. I said exactly what he needed to hear when his ego took a hit. Seamlessly, inevitably, I became his best friend. Everyone used to say, Cameron Wright, you're so lucky to be Tristan's brother-in-arms. Only I knew the truth. I was just basking in the residual glow of his main character energy, using his light to carve out a slightly smoother path for my own life. For 4 years of undergrad, I shadowed Tristan to every exclusive fraternity mixer and Hamptons weekend, infiltrating his elite circle. That was how I met Madeline Sinclair. She came from old money. She had a razor-sharp intellect, top of her class grades, and eyes that saw absolutely no one but Tristan. Until graduation year. That was when Tristan chose Bernice Kensington, the stunning, equally wealthy campus darling, and moved to London with her. Right before he left, Tristan threw an arm around my shoulder, flashing that signature, blinding smile. Cameron, Madeline is an incredible woman. You guys should get together. It would give me peace of mind. I looked at his bright, oblivious smile, knowing the truth better than anyone. Madeline's heart belonged entirely to him. I also knew that, according to the unwritten script of this world, Tristan would return a decade later, and Madeline would pack up our child and run straight back into his arms. But so what? Madeline's pedigree, her education, her family's capital, they were stepping stones a guy from my middle-class background couldn't reach in 3 lifetimes. Marrying her meant I could climb. I could access a higher echelon, network with the right investors, and build my own empire. As for love, I never expected it. So, when Tristan played matchmaker, I didn't hesitate to say yes to Madeline. I was as cold and calculating as a corporate raider executing a merger. I had every step mapped out. I would use her family's connections to launch my tech startup. I would build my own wealth. And in 10 years, when Tristan inevitably returned and Madeline inevitably cheated, I would file for a very public, very justified divorce, take half of everything, and secure my absolute freedom. I calculated every variable. Except one. I didn't factor in how a human heart can soften under the quiet, steady weight of a shared life. In our third